Okay, so for my book review, I read Graceling by Christine Cashmore. The book Graceling was better than I expected it to be. Before I read Graceling, I wasn't really into the whole fantasy genre, but as I continued to read it, I found out that it was much more than just a fantasy. I chose Graceling over the other books because I'm a sucker for a good romance. Out of Lockdown, Bite of the Mango, The Giver, Catching Fire, and Graceling. Catching Fire and Graceling were the only two books that involved romance. Since I've already read Catching Fire, I chose Graceling. Also, I haven't read a whole lot of fantasy before, so I kind of wanted to expand my genre of reading. Okay, so basically, Graceling is based in a medieval setting, as you can kind of see by the cover, with 7 kingdoms. In the kingdoms, there are some people called Gracelings. They are children born with one eye one color and one eye another color. Gracelings are graced with a special ability like combat skills or really good baking or something like out of the ordinary like that. When the graced children are born, their parents are ordered to send them off to the king to see if they are any use to him. However, they do not know what they are graced with until they reach the age of around 9 or so. The main character is a graced girl named Katza. She was born with one blue eye and one green eye, which is pretty awesome, if you ask me anyway. She has no idea what she's graced with until she gets angry with her cousin and kills him with one strike. She then knows she's graced with killing. Her uncle then finds out about this and decides that she's going to be his personal thug. So basically, she's just figured out that she can kill someone when she gets angry with like one strike to the head or whatever. So she's kind of still shocked by this, and then her king comes along. She's like, "Oh, you're gonna be my personal thug now, and you get to kill a lot of other innocent people. Yay!" So she's basically ordered to kill anyone who doesn't obey the king. But when Katza meets Poe, who is searching for his kidnapped grandfather, everything changes. Katza and Poe are both very unique characters in Graceling. He is the complete opposite of her. He doesn't show feelings and is very cold, while he is very warm, friendly, and open-minded. They become good friends, which, who would have guessed it, turns into a romance. I can't blame Katza for not showing many feelings. If she did, she would be an absolute mess. Killing and punishing people for a living must have had an emotional effect on her. But Poe seems to have Katniss' feelings all figured out. Graceling reminds me of the book Catching Fire, in the sense of survival and 2 people falling in love. In Graceling, Poe and Katza go on a journey searching for answers about Poe's grandfather's kidnapping and have to fight to survive. And in Catching Fire, which is the 2nd book of the Hunger Games series, Katza and Peeta have to go into the Court of Quill and fight for their lives. Amongst all this, the 2 couples both form a romance. And coincidence or not, their names are similar. Katniss and Poe, Katniss and Peeta. Did I just say that? Katza and Poe, Katniss and Peeta. There we go. I love this book. My only complaint would be that it was a bit slow at the beginning. But I guess that's understandable because they have to sort of build the story before they could really continue. Other than that, I love the whole book. I liked how each one of the characters were different and they were all really interesting to read about. If you haven't read Graceling by Christine Cashmore, I seriously recommend it. I would definitely say it was my favorite fantasy novel by far. Yeah, that's about it.